Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Nezzy's Place podcast, where truth lives. I am your fabulous host, Vanessa Davis, and I am thrilled to be able to share another inspiring show with you today. You know, staying focused can be challenging when your mind is filled with so much clutter. So today we are talking about staying focused. So get your pen and your paper. We got a lot to share today. And if you are new to the show, please know that this is a show all about positivity, motivation, encouragement, and inspiration. So if you know someone that needs a little bit of that in their lives, please make sure you share the link with them. And if that someone is you, please make sure you lock it in. Can you believe that January is gone already? I can't believe it. We are in February and we are moving right along. And I hope if you're like me that you are on a mission to complete your goals. And do like I said in previous shows, staying on track. And if you are like me, I don't do resolutions. Resolutions are a fad. We get all hyped up about the end of the year, new beginnings. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And sometimes it's all in our head. We don't write it down and we never get it done because it's just a thought. It's really what we intend to do. So do away with the resolutions and make a vow to yourself. Keep a list in front of you so that you can see it every single day. And remember, if you don't write things down, it's just a thought. But when you write it down and you make it visual so that you can see it every single day, it speaks to your productivity, it speaks to your creativity, and you will be driven to complete it. So write it down. And you know, thinking about writing things down brings me to my subject matter for today, which is staying focused. When we are focused, we can think more clearly, make rational decisions, and be less stressed about our day-to-day routines. Staying focused is a significant piece of a puzzle that we seldomly overlook. It keeps us from making hasty decisions, jumping from plan to plan, job to job, relationship to relationship, up, down, left, right. When we are focused, it keeps us grounded. I find that the most stressful people are those that are scattered mentally, all over the place, emotionally, all over the place. It's hard for them to stay focused on any one topic, and their thoughts are wow, all over, right? You know that person that when you're having a conversation with, they jump from topic to topic. You can't get a word in edgewise, and you find yourself just listening until they finish because they're all over the place. But focusing helps us to strategically envision the outcome of a situation or brainstorm silently to make sure we are doing the right thing. It keeps our thoughts clear. It keeps our mind clear. This can be with anything, work, project, relationships, and definitely with balancing family and work, and of course, financial management. There are several reasons we tend to lose our concentration, and it could be something as small as a bad habit. And sometimes bad habits are not just causing our bodies harm or whatever, but it also affects our thinking and the way we do things. You know, maybe we have poor eating habits or busy lives. We don't rest well. We make poor food choices and we eat too much fatty food. Lack of exercises. Anything can be a bad habit that can contribute to the inability to stay focused. We don't realize when all seems to be falling apart and chaotic, all we need to do is take a step back, get a clear perspective on what's going on, get a good assessment of ourselves, because bad habits creep up in any form. Believe me, they can. They can creep up in the form of a distraction. For instance, let's use this scenario. You're at work, You're working on a project. You're engaged, got to get things done. You're on a timeline. And here comes your coworker interrupting you to give you the latest gossip that you really couldn't care about. This can cause you to get off track and start losing your train of thoughts, and you can't get everything done, especially when you don't care. So it's really okay. So in this situation, when you are busy and you don't feel like listening, all you have to do is say, I'm sorry, I'm really busy right now. I don't have time to talk to you. And many times people will interfere with our focus and our time. And that is a no-no. And it's okay to tell someone, I can't talk to you right now. There may be times like this scenario that maybe people take up too much of your time and too much of your mental space, too much of you emotionally. You have to put them on pause and focus on yourself. Another reason that we are not focused is because we think too much. Our brains are our central nervous system, our control or command center. In essence, it's our personal computer room and controls everything in our bodies, our moves, our thoughts, what we say, how we act, what we feel. The brain is amazing. And when our brains are in overload mode, we are more stressed out. We're wishy-washy with our thoughts. We don't think clearly. Everything is fuzzy or a blur. Our sleep pattern is disturbed or altered, and we can't get enough rest. We toss and turn, wake up feeling exhausted, and we definitely can't focus when we're exhausted. Then we don't feel like we've accomplished anything sometimes, and when we think we have, we really haven't. And this comes because we have lost our focus and allowed our control center to download too much information. And we are trying to process everything at one time. Job, family, career, finances. And when things come at one time, you can just explode and you just lose focus. But a solution to all this would be, first, you need to rest, and rest. And if you are a praying person, pray, and pray. You need to relax and process one situation or issue at a time. You can only do one thing at a time. And when you realize that, it will help you to get a better handle or perspective on what you need to get done. So I would say write everything down that you're thinking about. Your action items, what you have to do. Then you write down what decisions I have to make today. Put a date on them. And putting a date will help you stay focused on the time frame that you need to complete that task. On another piece of paper, write, or on the same sheet, write, things I cannot change. This will help you identify those things that you have no jurisdiction over. You don't have any control. You can't change them, so leave them alone. They will work themselves out. On another side of the same piece of paper, you write, what's the most important thing I have to do right now? Prioritize this little section and check off as you complete each task. Hopefully, by adding this process to your life, this will help you prioritize and be successful with work-life balance. So I want to interject that on this piece of paper, you can create it however you want. You can have an 8x11 sheet of paper, divide it into 4 squares and put your titles and list everything under, post it up, look at it, and go. But set some time on your calendar for some me time. Everyone needs me time. Whether it's hitting the gym, taking a walk, that will help you clear your head. If it's a nice day, sit by a body of water if you live somewhere nice. Sit at the park. Do something different that will cause you to relax and feel more centered. Soak in the bath. Take a long shower, whatever you like to do. Listen to some relaxing music while you work or work around the house. Journal if you need to. Sometimes journaling can really help people vent their feelings out or vent everything that they need to do. This helps a lot. Those are just a few tips, but You have to find what relaxes you to help you focus. But I want to add the most important task would be to write everything down, like I said. That is so significant. Lastly, for me, I would like to say that for me, my bad habit was watching TV, causing me not to focus on my goals. I had to see what happened on every episode. But the reality is and was, no, I didn't. I didn't have to find out because I could always watch it later. So I had to train myself. I started off with one day, turned off the TV, and now that one day turns into 3. And I love how I feel so accomplished. I feel motivated, it's liberating, and now I can catch up on my shows towards the end of the week. So here's where you come in. I would like for you to take the TV challenge with me for one day that is the most challenging for you and turn off the TV. I say the most challenging because if you pick the easiest day, then it's just not going to work. So pick your most challenging day, turn off your TV, and get busy. Make a list of what you want to accomplish, get comfy, and put on some music, eat, and get to working, writing, do whatever you need to do. But just do you and work. Whether it's just relaxing, if that's what you want to do. Catch up on some reading, it's your time. But turn that TV off. I would love to hear how this works for you, how it changed your life. And if it didn't work for you, I would like to know as well. But I really want to know. So please make sure you send me an email. I promise you will be amazed at what you accomplished. You will feel more productive. You're probably already ready to tackle that next big thing. So if you turn that TV off, you got to get going to get that next thing, that next big thing, and that next big thing so that you can be finished. Remember, staying focused gives you a clearer perspective and outlook on matters that you need to handle, issues you need to resolve, projects you need to complete, and to help you make rational decisions. It does require much discipline. And if we don't have discipline ourselves, we will find ourselves scattered everywhere. And emotionally and mentally, we will just be a mess. So let's stay focused, people, and let's get it together. Okay? Let's get it together. Well, that's my show today, and make sure you tune in to next week's show. Since it is the love month, I will have a few shows dedicated to all kinds of love. Next week's show is Unconditional Love After Divorce. Do not miss that show. In the meantime, make sure you shoot on over to the Nezzy's Place website where you can listen to previous episodes and you can still order your copy of Girlfriend, Your House is a Mess. You can also connect with me on all social media platforms. My podcast can be heard over 10 platforms: Google Play, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Breaker, Stitcher, CastBox, and so much more. So get connected by subscribing on my website. You will get notifications when a show is posted. And if you are listening to the show on Facebook, remember to share the link. And like I always say, guys, it's your house, your life, and your rules. Remember, this is a day that we will never see again, so we have to make each day count. Until next week, I want to leave you with this little quote. My main focus is to remain focused. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week. I am out.